The Tears of Nia. In the lush village of Makande, where mango trees whispered to the wind and the drumbeats echoed across the hills, lived a man named Mosi. He was strong, wise, and loved by all, but his greatest treasure was his daughter, Nia. She was gentle, kind, and her laughter could melt even the hardest heart. When Nia's mother died during the great drought, Mosi's heart broke like dry clay. For many seasons he lived alone, raising his daughter with care. But the elders said, "A man who eats alone eats sorrow." And so, one rainy season, Mosi remarried. His new wife was Zahara, a beautiful woman from a neighboring village. She came with perfume on her skin, gold rings on her fingers, and secrets hidden deep in her heart. At first, Zahara was gentle. She called Nia my daughter, plaited her hair, and smiled sweetly whenever Mosi was near. Yet, behind her smiles lived envy. Everywhere they went, people praised Nia for her beauty, her kindness, and her intelligence. The villagers would say, "Ah, the girl has her mother's spirit." Even the river bends to greet her. Zahara's heart burned with jealousy. She wanted to be the only light in Mosi's eyes. One night, as Nia slept, Zahara stood by the fire, staring into the flames. "I will not live in the shadow of a dead woman's daughter," she muttered. The next morning, she visited the forest shrine of Mama Kalima, an old woman feared by all, half healer, half witch. Zahara fell to her knees and whispered her desire. She wanted Nia gone, so Mosi would love only her. Mama Kalima stirred her pot slowly. "Everything in this world has a price. What will you give in exchange for what you want?" Zahara removed her gold ring and handed it over. The old woman shook her head. "Gold is worthless to the spirits. I need your loyalty and a secret that belongs only to you." Zahara whispered her dark secret, and the old woman handed her a small calabash filled with thick black liquid. "She will forget her name, her home, her father, and she will wander into the forest where the spirits will take her." When the full moon rose, Zahara prepared a feast, pretending it was to celebrate the harvest. She served millet, roasted goat meat, and brewed palm wine, offering the calabash to Nia with a sweet smile. Nia drank, trusting her stepmother as she always had, and immediately felt the world grow heavy and strange. She stumbled toward the forest, muttering, "I must find the river. I must find the river." Deep in the forest, she reached the river Luma, a place no villager dared to enter after dark. There, she heard a haunting song, soft and familiar. It was her mother's voice, calling to her. Mist rose from the water, forming the shape of a woman. "My child, do not be afraid," the spirit whispered. Nia fell to her knees. "Mama?" The spirit touched her forehead. "You have been wronged, but love never dies. Return to the village at sunrise. The truth will rise with you." Strength returned to Nia, the darkness inside her breaking like clay under the sun. At dawn, the villagers found her walking toward the village, glowing with light. They thought she had died, and gasps filled the air. Nia went straight to her father's hut. "Baba," she said, trembling, "Zahara tried to kill me." Mosi's eyes widened in shock. Before Nia could say more, Zahara entered, pretending to be worried. "Ah, you're alive. I searched for you all night." But suddenly, her body began to shake. The calabash she had hidden fell to the ground, spilling black liquid. Its bitter smell filled the room. The elders gasped. "That is witch's brew," one shouted. "She went to Mama Kalima." Zahara fell to her knees, screaming, "The spirits tricked me. I only wanted my husband's love." But it was too late. Justice in Makande was swift. The chief priest declared, "You have offended the ancestors and broken the peace of this home. You must leave this village before sunset." After Zahara's banishment, Mosi and Nia went to the river to perform cleansing rites. They poured milk and honey into the water and thanked Nia's late mother for her protection. Mosi wept openly. "I have failed you, my child," he said. Nia held his hand. "No, Baba, you taught me love. The evil of others cannot erase the good in us." That night, the moon shone bright again, peaceful and clear, carrying laughter instead of sorrow. Years later, Nia grew into a wise woman, known across villages for her kindness and insight. People came to her for counsel, healing, and justice. When children asked Mama Nia, "How did you become so strong?" she would smile and say, "Once I drank poison meant to destroy me, and it only made me wiser." And when the wind blew over the river Luma, it was said you could hear a woman's soft voice singing, "Love never dies, it only changes form." Evil wears a smile, but truth wears patience. No matter how deep the darkness, light always finds its way home. Love from the ancestors protects the pure in heart.